You're watching Race to Power. I'm Shreya Upadhyay. Let's begin with the breaking news that is coming in at the moment from Iran. Iran's state-affiliated broadcaster Press TV has said that Iran has now rejected Donald Trump's 15-point peace proposal. The Iranian side has refused to accept Trump's proposal while calling it excessive. An Iranian official has told Press TV that the country will not allow Donald Trump to dictate the time of the war's end. According to this official, Washington has been pursuing negotiations through various diplomatic channels, putting forward proposals that Tehran views as excessive and disconnected from the reality of America's failure on the battlefield. Remember, Iran is standing firm on its 6 demands that it has publicly put out for any peace agreement with America. And these demands, as we have been telling you, are a complete halt to aggression and assassinations by the enemy, that's Israel and America. Secondly, the establishment of concrete mechanisms to ensure that the war is not reimposed on the Islamic Republic. Demand number 3 that Iran has from America and Israel is guaranteed and clear defined payment of war damages and reparations. The conclusion of the war across all fronts and for all resistant groups involved throughout the region is also something that Iran is saying. And lastly, international recognition and guarantees regarding Iran's sovereign right to exercise authority over the Strait of Hormuz. These are the demands that have been put forth by Iran while completely rejecting Donald Trump's proposal. Now remember, this comes just hours after the US president had talked about productive engagement with Iran. He had said that Marco Rubio and the Vice President J.D. Vance are leading the diplomatic efforts as far as this proposal and negotiations are concerned, but he fell short of naming anyone from the Iranian side. Remember, he had used the term top man in Iran, but never really revealed the name of this top man. Trump went also further and said that Iran has offered what he called a gift regarding the Strait of Hormuz, but did not specify what it really is. Trump said that Pete Hegseth and the chairperson of the U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff, Dan Kane, were not happy when he told them that the Iran war will end soon. All of this coming in from the American side. Remember, Donald Trump has been claiming this. But with Iran's rejection now, Trump's reaction, of course, is awaited, and his earlier comments on Hormuz have been, rejected by the Iranian side as well. The US president had, remember, previously also mentioned that he would like joint control with Iran over the Strait of Hormuz, which has become one of the biggest choke points in this entire war. So that's the big news coming in from Iran at the moment, the complete rejection of the US proposal that was given, the 15-point agreement that the American side had put forth in front of Iran, and now Iranian state television saying that Iranian leaders have completely rejected it and also put forth once again their own demands if America wants to end this war. Let me quickly get in a reaction from Hafid Butleb. He's a geopolitics and international relations analyst joining us from Casablanca at the moment. Hafid, good evening. I want to quickly get a sense of what you think. Donald Trump has been saying that these are negotiations that are happening. Iran says there are no negotiations, direct or indirect, that's happening. And now they've completely rejected the American proposal. What do you make of this?
Well, this is contradiction with what the Iranians were stating. They were denying all negotiations ongoing, and they have also clearly specified that they've never been communicated the 15 points plan from the Trump administration, and now they assert that they are declining it. So yes, they got it. There were negotiation channels established between the White House and the Iranians, and there are still ongoing negotiations. And now Iranians are basically raising the stake. For the timing is honestly for them very embarrassing, because it's not even 40 days after the death of the supreme guide. And in the Islamic religion, 40 days are quite important for mourning the death. And it would be unlikely that anything would move concretely before 40 days, which expire on the 9th of April. and also not before the official burial of the late Supreme Guide, Ali Khamenei. So Iranians are basically raising the stake. The timing is embarrassing, and they want to avoid this stance of being almost capitulating with the United States after having recorded these considerable gains, this nuisance power that Iran has showed by blocking.
So Hafid, help me understand this. Why do you think Iran is doing it? Is it just to sort of satisfy the domestic audiences, the domestic citizens, that, look, we're not in cahoots with the United States and we're not bowing down to pressure? Is this what Iran is doing since the past few hours?
Not the domestic, not the Iranian opinion. They are first and foremost addressing the regime's agents, the Revolutionary Guard and the Ayatollah's order. So these are the two pillars of the Iranian regime. The Revolutionary Guard is the military one, the ideological one, equivalent of what was before in communist countries, the political party, the Communist Party. It is the Ayatollah's order, 200,000 Ayatollahs in Iran. So those are the main targets of this announcement. They have to rally around themselves, and it is important for them to show that the regime is not only the regime is still in line with the Wilayat al-Faqih, the ideological circle, the ideological basis of the Islamic Republic, which means that there will be one day a great confrontation. This is the set of belief of the Islamic Republic after the Islamic Revolution in 1979. It means that there will be one day a confrontation, and after this confrontation, the Islamic Republic will record an outstanding victory against the West. So this is what the core propaganda of this country, and today they can't, for these agents, these Revolutionary Guard and the Ayatollahs, they can't step back because this would mean that their only and sole objective is to stay in charge. And this is hard in a country, especially after 50 years of heavy propaganda instilled to these two orders that are the pillars of the regime.
So, Hafid, while you say that Iran will eventually say that we are the ones who have won this war, Donald Trump and the United States have been saying that since the past few days, that we are the ones who won the war. If both sides are claiming that they have won the war or they will eventually win the war, what has America achieved out of it? Because as far as military strategists are concerned, they are saying that, look, Iran has the upper hand at the moment. Not just that they've given a befitting response, they've also got another Khamenei to replace the earlier Khamenei. So what has America achieved out of this?
Well, yes, we have to acknowledge that compared to the beginning where the United States have started an annihilation war. It was an annihilation war, and today, after 1 month, we have slowly, gradually moved toward the attrition war on the American side. This means that the political objective wasn't well studied, and after acknowledging that there are no defections from any leader of the regime, or not even in the foreign embassies and consulates abroad, there are no defections so far, which means that the regime will stand. And now what they are looking for is a truce. Basically, one of the points of this 15-point plan was 1 month truce. So we can understand that after a few weeks of war, now the White House has acknowledged the need to establish a dialogue and to forget about the regime change option. What they are looking for, of course, is new figures. I can see now you are displaying the Ghalibaf, one of his speeches. He enjoys the democratic unction. He has been elected democratically, and he's the speaker of the National Assembly or Islamic Assembly in Iran. This is the only assembly elected democratically in Iran. That's why the Americans are talking to this person. And now they are looking, of course, for an outcome in which the interest of Israel, the interest of the neighboring Gulf countries, and their interest would be saved and to save the face. But still, let's say that they have inflicted considerable damages to the Islamic Republic of Iran. And today, those who are first and foremost should be interested by a truce, by a peace plan. They are Iranians themselves. What only they're doing is timing is embarrassing. They're going to wait 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and then they're going to go for this.
So let's see how this moves forward. Hafid, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us on WION and sharing your perspective.
Thank you.